Welcome back to Tanya in Lesson 5. Today we study Chapter 2. Having established at the end of Chapter 1 what the essence of the first soul is, the natural soul, the Alter Rebbe now discusses the nature of the godly soul, the divine soul. This discussion is going to be divided into 3 sections. First, the Alter Rebbe is going to discuss the essence of the godly soul. Then he's going to discuss the personality, and finally, he's going to discuss the actions and behavior of the godly soul. In Chapter 2, in today's lesson, he discusses the essence of the godly soul. Let's imagine that all the Jewish people are one great spiritual body. And in the same way, every part of a physical body has the same essential DNA produced by one and the same Father. So it is true, every single individual Jew carries within him the same spiritual DNA coming from our one Father, from God in heaven. And this is what makes the godly soul unique and different than anything else that exists. Everything else that exists is created by God. The Jewish people, as children of God, our souls, are not created by God, they are themselves godly. In the words of the Alter Rebbe, CLICHE mimal mamish. Verily, or literally, a part of God above. We have divine spiritual DNA in our very souls. And just like a body, in no matter which part of the body you happen to be talking to, they all share the same DNA from the same source, the one Father. So too every Jew, whether you're the greatest scholar, whether your role in Jewish life is to be a philanthropist, or whether you're a simple Jew who does what he has to, or whether you're a Jew who is not doing what he's supposed to. At the core, the spiritual DNA is the same. Much like a physical body, the nail and the brain, same DNA from the same Father. There's one more component to this analogy of all the Jewish people being one great spiritual body. In the same way that each individual part of the body must be attached to the central nervous system in the mind in order for it to be healthy. My finger cannot do its job as a finger if it doesn't have the direct wiring that connects it to the brain. The same thing is true of each individual soul. Each individual Jew, being part of the great Jewish body of souls, must be interconnected with each other. We must be connected as one, specifically connected to the mind and the heart of this great spiritual body. And they are the souls of the righteous, a Rebbe. A Rebbe's job is to be that mind of the great spiritual body of Jewish souls. And when a Jew is connected to a Rebbe, and he is attached to one who himself is conscious and aware of the divine DNA, then he himself, as an individual, can also be enlivened and inspired and feel the godly DNA that's within him. The takeaway from all this is 2 things. When we say a Jew is a Jew is a Jew is a Jew, it's not just a cliche. There's deep philosophy and deep spiritual truth to this. A Jew is a Jew is a Jew is a Jew because we have divine spiritual DNA. In the same way, every part of my body has the same DNA. Number 2, in order to function as a healthy Jewish soul, in order for me to feel my godly DNA, I must be attached to those who consciously live their godly DNA, namely the tzaddikim, the righteous one, the Rebbes. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you when we conclude Chapter 3.